Good morning. Ukrainian Crisis Media Center starts its work, and I invite to the microphone head of the Information and Press Department of the Ministry of Defense, Ms. Oksana Gavrylyuk, and then we will have the Lieutenant Colonel Leonid Matyukhin with us by Skype. Good morning, everybody. Yesterday, in the Ministry of Defense, there were held Ukrainian and American consultations on defense issues. In the nearest future, the joint roadmap for a 5-year period will be developed between Ukraine and the USA. In 2016, the US government will allocate $300 million to implement reforms in the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine. Besides then, the assistance which is provided to Ukraine in a form of technical support like armored vehicles, Humvee, the night vision equipment, armored vests won't be stopped. In the nearest future, Ukraine will receive the equipment for anti-battery fighting. This information was provided by the assistant to the U.S. Ministry Department of Defense, Elisa Slotkin. The defense agency also continues to purchase fuels and oil for and other services for rear supplies. As of October 30, the annual purchase plan amounts to 591 procedure launched for various sorts of procurement amounting to 11 billion 429.8 million. As of today, these procedures allowed to allocate 7.6 billion hryvnia for supplies. Ukrainian servicemen in the ATO area continues to clear the territory from explosive ordnance which were installed by the occupants, and in general during the last week some 640 explosive ordnance were neutralized. From the beginning of ATO operation, the military sappers revealed and neutralized in this area more than 22,800 explosive ordnance and cleared up 585 kilometers of roads and 17 kilometers of railroads. The Ministry of Defense developed national standards on anti-mine activity, and it has planned to develop 26 such standards. Besides that, review of international standards is carried out, aiming to apply them further in Ukraine. Also, the ministry continues to pay financial aid to Ukrainian servicemen, and as of November 5th, such fees were paid to 16,463 servicemen, and the sum amounts to 76,755,000. In the Ministry of Defense, the work on selecting and introducing the chaplains to Ukrainian troops is continued. Currently, the special directive has been being developed. The Synod Department of the Ukrainian Orthodox Church of Kiev Patriarchy has developed special course for military chaplains, and some 190 clergymen had graduated from this course. More than 100 clergymen remain and stay in the ATO area all the time, and also there is big deployment of military chaplains in hospitals. And now I would love to give the floor to Leonid Matyukhin, who will report on the situation in the ATO area. Good morning, Leonid. Good morning. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? I can hear you well. So we are ready to listen to your information on the ATO situation for the last year, 3 days. November 3rd in the ATO area was very uneasy. The terrorists started shelling our positions at 6 a.m. And they used automated grenade launchers near Avdiivka, Opытny, Peski, Счастье. Also in Avdiivka, sniper worked. They also shelled our servicemen near Trohizbenka using grenade launchers, and between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. the terrorists shelled our positions and organized provocations 9 times, and 9 times they organized targeted fire on our positions. Also, the Russian terrorist mercenaries opened fire on our positions in Maryanka on the 4th of November. This was at daytime, and also they opened fire near Opытny from grenade launchers and small arms. Despite the continuous provocations, our servicemen continued to restore and repair the Donbass infrastructure. Thus, our sappers tested and reviewed 3.6 kilometers of railroads and the electric lines between Artemova and Horlivka. In Svatove, military sappers continue to liquidate the remnants of the disaster, and they neutralized more than 200 munition and cartridges. 2 hectares of the territory around the warehouse now is cleaned. The demining of territories and around electric lines allowed to reveal 31 explosive ordnance and to neutralize it. On November 5th, between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m., Russian terrorist mercenaries shelled Opытny, Avdiivka, and Piske from small arms. Besides that, near Krasnogorivka and Avdiivka, snipers operated. At the same time, Ukrainian party, in line with Minsk agreements, continuous withdrawal of the arms, including mortars, but terrorists continue shelling of the residential areas from prohibited weaponry. At 11:15, they shelled Krasnogorivka from mortars of 82 millimeter caliber. One mine blast near residential houses on Sonechna Street. Fortunately, there are no victims.